Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. The Bitcoin chart is currently in a correction that is not anything new or unexpected. We talked about this in yesterday's last video, in which I explained to you that the price has potentially formed a micro 5-wave move up from this swing low here from the 4th of July, right? So we have an ugly, a really ugly 5-wave move here in blue wave 1. I can call it 5 waves. Yeah, I can say, hey, we have a wave 1, we have a wave 2, and then this is a wave 3, this is the wave 4, and this is the wave 5. But the proportions are not ideal. What I normally share with you is that the third wave should normally get to the 1.38 extension. Let's double check that. And it reached so that's why I call it a third wave, but it reached pretty much only the 123.6 extension. I mean, with the wick that came extremely close to the 138, and maybe there's an exchange here and there where that 138% extension was reached. So, you know, from a bullish point of view, the blue count is a plausible one, which is why I share it with you. But I also say it's not the cleanest 5-wave move up, okay? So I can share with you what the structure is, but I can also tell you what my view is. It's just not the cleanest. But I'm watching for a reaction now in this region. You might remember in yesterday's video, I shared with you that we probably completed wave A, wave B, and we're now watching for a C wave. So that is currently unfolding, I would say, as planned. But now we need to watch if the buyers step in here, because the price has now entered an area again in which the buyers get interested, potentially interested. Wave C of 2 in blue. Comes close to completion. Now, again, I posted that yesterday on X. From a mindset point of view, do not confuse watching for a low or watching for a top. In this case, it's a low with we have a confirmed low. They're two completely different things. Go through, read through that post if you're interested to learn more about Elliott Wave and how to understand the analysis and how to understand, inflection points. But that just means I'm watching for a low. If there is absolutely no reaction to any of these fib levels, of course, it's gonna probabilities will shift to the white scenario, and that takes us to the white count, which is obviously still on the chart the next most bullish scenario. Should the price break below the upper micro support, should the price break below 107,830. Yeah? So the lower support is here between 106,300 and 107,200. So basically what it means, we're now approaching an area in which the blue scenario could find a low after yesterday's rally, or the weekend rally basically. If there is no reaction above, if there is no impulsive upside reaction, above 107,830, the focus will shift to the lower support. And then the idea is that we're dealing probably with a wider wave 2. So that we have a wave 1 to the upside, yes. But then this was only the A wave. You can class this as a crystal clear 3-wave move as well. It just looks like a 5-wave move because of the visually, 5 waves. But you still have overlapping waves, and it would have to be a diagonal pattern. So it can also be a WXY structure. WXY. So if you're interested in learning more about Elliott Wave, this week, I already started last week, this week and next week, I'm uploading daily educational videos as part of our video course for our Discord members. So if you're interested in the silver or gold membership, you ever wondered what's part of it? Well, one element is an Elliott Wave course. So you fully understand all the patterns and my thoughts behind them and everything. In theory, but also shown on real charts. It was quite a lot of work because I always had to find the real charts to demonstrate the teaching. So if you're interested in learning Elliott Wave, check out our silver or gold memberships. All these patterns are explained there, but you'll find other tutorials. The WXY structure is just a complex correction, right? So therefore, I cannot rule that out, okay? But if at this point we see a reaction, especially also at this channel boundary line, you might remember this is our channel boundary line here. We're approaching it. It kind of overlaps with the golden ratio level there at 108,230. And so, there could be some support. If not, then the focus, as I said, will shift to the wider wave 2. And then the price should hold 106,300. Below that level, both of these scenarios become less probable, and we're falling back into the wider pattern, probably the yellow one, also discussed in the last video, in which this is again an even larger wave 2. That means we have 3 possible 1-2 setups here, or 3 different scenarios, let's say it like that. And the market will have to decide if it wants to use one of them. Yeah. So apologies. So let's see if the bulls can turn up. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.